Hello, this is Photography Gamer, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm reviewing Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag for the PS4. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is an action-adventure game developed by Ubisoft Montreal. The main game can be played solo, but there's also an online multiplayer mode. The game is set in the 18th century Caribbean islands. You play as Edward Kenway, a pirate who kills an assassin at the start of the game and then takes on his identity to see what reward he can get from the Templars the assassin was due to meet. Edward unravels a conspiracy involving the Templars who have infiltrated the British and Spanish empires in order to find the Sage, a key character who knows the whereabouts of an ancient site with great power. As well as the main story, you also have the pirate storyline, which involves Edward helping his pirate brethren seize control of Nassau to create a pirate republic. The game is set in the Caribbean and it's a beautiful and lush game environment to explore. The vast open seas, the colourful and vibrant forests, the ancient ruins and hustle and bustle of Old Havana, it all is just really well created. But what is the game like to play? Well, initially the game feels just like any other Assassin's Creed game. Prologue takes about 5 to 6 hours to get through, and during this you'll be doing the typical Assassin's Creed activities. Lots of stealth, lots of parkour, lots of missions where you've got to follow people and remain undetected. However, once the prologue is done and you can leave Havana, the game feels very different to any of the previous games in the series. You basically have a large map full of Caribbean islands to explore with your pirate ship and crew. Your character has a flintlock pistol which adds ranged combat to your arsenal, along with 2 swords which can be upgraded. The controls are responsive, and in the larger scale melee combat sections they work very well. You can parry, break guard and use your agility to take down your enemies. The parkour system is still there and it's excellent. You can climb and free run all to your heart's content, and it's there really if you want to go for the more stealthy approach. The Jackdaw is Edward's ship, and the sailing aspect of the game is really well handled. The ships feel heavy and weighty. You really feel like you have to struggle with them over the rough seas and during the sea battles. It makes you feel like a pirate, and the ship is a great addition that adds some much needed freedom to the Assassin's Creed experience. You can destroy ships, pick up loot, save sailors abandoned at sea. These sailors are added to your crew, and you'll need to keep recruiting crew members because if you run out of crew, your ship's not going to be in a good condition. You can buy upgrades in time to make your ship more effective in combat. You've got cannons, explosive barrels, other weapons that can be used depending on what angle you're coming at your enemy from. Overall, the ship is what makes the game stand out from the previous titles. It gives you a real sense of being a pirate with your own crew, sailing the open seas in search of treasure and adventure. I mean, you've also got the side missions like the Skull Assassin contracts you can find spread throughout the towns. There's plentiful amounts of loot. You can hunt and craft items using those materials. There are treasure maps you'll find in bottles on beaches. You can collect animus fragments, and also the wonderful sea shanty songs that your crew sings can be added if you can chase down the songs when you find them in the game world. The enemies in the game, they're made up of the British and Spanish armies, by land or by sea. Some of the larger ships are really overpowered, so don't bite off more than you can chew too early. You'll encounter military soldiers from both sides, as well as Templars and assassins. There are sea creatures you can hunt once you get the right equipment, and you can also deep sea dive for sunken treasure. The seas are also a danger to your ship, as the in-game storms can be ferocious and cause these large tidal waves that can really ruin your ship and completely capsize you if you're not careful. Overall, it's a comprehensive and in-depth game where you can be a stealthy assassin or an aggressive pirate. It still retains the classic Assassin's Creed gameplay, but it adds a lot more freedom to proceedings, which gives the game a more open world, free-form feel. Graphically, in 2020 terms, it does look a little bit dated, but it's still a nice visual experience. The towns, the islands, the ship, everything looks good, and so do the character models. And the water effects are very nice, especially sailing on the seas. The water really looks realistic. Okay, so let's talk about the audio. The first thing that needs to be highlighted are the sea shanties. Sea shanties are songs that your crew sing when you're sailing, and they really add a lot of atmosphere to the experience. They're all based on real life songs, and the singers do a great job of making them sound authentic. The voice acting on the whole is very good, and the main character has been well cast and it really suits the character. The environmental ambience is excellent, as is the musical score. One minor annoyance regarding the audio is when you get spotted by enemies on land, there is this noise that sounds like a doorbell. Maybe another sound would have been better, but it's the only audio issue that I had. Okay, so what's good and what's bad? What's good? The game blends stealthy Assassin's gameplay with pirate action perfectly. The game world is vast and interesting to explore. The controls are slick and responsive. Sailing on the open seas is really enjoyable. The side quests and activities add a lot of depth, and the sea shanties really add to the atmosphere. What's bad? The prologue is a bit overly long and just feels like any other Assassin's Creed game. But apart from that, I can't really fault the game. Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is a thoroughly enjoyable adventure game that takes the Assassin's Creed model and adds a lot more freedom and exploration with the pirate gameplay. The main story is interesting, there's lots of side activities to get lost in, and it's one of the most interesting and enjoyable games I've played in recent times. So my score for Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag is 9 out of 10. I really enjoyed it when I first played it on the Xbox. It's been a few years since I tried it. Playing it again recently just made me realise why I loved it so much. It's such a good game and I really do recommend it. Okay, that was the review. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. This is Photography Gamer, signing off. Thank you.